Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, the movie lover here. Welcome back to another game review. This time it is going to be on South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Now, you guys, before you type in your comments saying, "Oh, where's the game? How come you didn't do an unboxing video of the game? Why don't you have the game on Xbox or PlayStation?" It's simple, because all I could afford was Redbox. That's right. I was lucky enough to get this at Redbox, so there you go. It took me around 15 hours to finish the game. Not 100% complete, but that's okay. I didn't get all the special items or whatever because, I didn't have a whole lot of time to play the game. I mean, I did have time, but I wanted to wait. If I were to do that, I would have to buy the game, and I'll certainly buy the game. So yeah, South Park: The Fractured Butthole sort of takes place after the Stick of Truth. Everybody is still elves and humans fighting against each other in the beginning of the game. You're still the new kid. You're the same new kid from the first game. And basically, instead now you're playing as superheroes. So instead of it being the Black Friday trilogy, it's the Coon trilogy. And basically, you are a superhero now, and you have your own superhero origin story, which is actually kind of funny. Okay, it's really damn funny. The beginning had me laughing my ass off, and then it does have a very few clever jokes as it continues, and they're basically wanting to do their superhero franchises, so they have to get this cat. But of course, they have to go to a bunch of people to help them with their franchises. So it's basically Coon and Friends versus. How can I forget the other team's name? Sorry guys, I forgot the other team's name versus their other team. So basically, of course, they want to get their superhero franchises, but of course, there is a villain trying to ruin South Park for them. And so thus begins our journey, your journey, my journey, whatever. And I can say they really succeeded with this. I've been waiting for this game for quite a while. Hell, every single fan must have been waiting for this game for a while. I'm not sure how long it took exactly. 2015. We waited since Christmas 2015. I don't know, but it took them longer to make the game. I mean, it was supposed to release somewhere in Christmas, and pretty much, yeah. I thought it was spelled Fractured Butthole, but it's just Butthole with the W. But here's the twist near the end of the game. It's actually pronounced Butthole. Buthole. I guess they just put it because they don't want. I guess because, yeah. I figured it would make more sense if it was called. You get what I'm saying. And they really succeeded. They improved with the combat system. I think the combat system is basically a grid. You don't have to go into one position. You can go into any position the grid allows you to move to, and you can use superpowers. I forgot why there was no weapons, because there's no weapons or power bar. You can use any of the three powers, and when there's a bar up on the screen, when it reaches full power, then you can use a superpower on them. I mean, yeah, you basically do have superpowers. Pretty much all the superhero characters are there, and the supervillain characters are there. And you have more customizations for your character. You can give yourself facial hair. I mean, you could in the first game, but you have to get like certain stuff from chests, I believe. The puzzles are really fun. There are more puzzles in the game, and you get more buddies to help you out, and you get more allies too. You don't just get 2 allies. I mean, you can switch buddies, but you can get up to 4 allies in this game, and that's another thing I really like. And they have really good powers too. You get Jimmy, you get Craig, and hell, Wendy's in the game too. You can play as Wendy too when you're fighting against enemies. You got Jimmy and basically everybody. You can even play as Professor Chaos like near the game too. And the There is some clever usage of jokes, but they're not as raunchy as in the Stick of Truth. I mean, they got away with a lot of stuff in the Stick of Truth, but they don't get away with a ton of stuff in here. They do get away. I mean, there is nudity, but there isn't like sexuality in the game. Basically, the sexuality is censored. There's a lot of sexual references here and there, especially about your origin story and stuff like that. Where it does have a few flaws, but they're just nitpicks, and sometimes it does the graphics do get a little bit glitchy. Like sometimes the dubbing is messed up a little bit. Like the lips don't move until like it's like they're loading or something. So the dubbing is misplaced sometimes. I'm not sure if it's basically a glitch. Also, there was this one glitch where one of the enemies was grossed out and the barf was puking out from up here all the way to down here, which was kind of a weird glitch. And basically, they're not huge complaints. I mean, Ubisoft has had a few glitchy games. I mean, look at Assassin's Creed Unity. That had a shit ton of glitches. And that creepy face. But anyway, also near the end of the game, like there's like this giant final boss that you have to fight. I thought that was the final boss, but then it turns out it ends up being a bit like an hour and a half longer, which I thought was a little bit confusing. But it does get there actually is a twist why you're in South Park, why you came to South Park, and you basically get your character more character pretty much, why they came to the South Park, why your character is so popular, why he gets so much friends. Oh yeah, by the way, instead of it being Facebook, it's it's Instagram. You can do selfies with characters, and so they can follow you. And instead of Instagram, it's pronounced Coonstagram, which I thought was pretty funny. I never used Instagram, so I don't know how Instagram works, but yeah. Also, another minor issue I have is the texting is a little bit too small, so I have to walk. I just have to sit on the floor of my TV. I played this at my dad's house. I'm at my dad's house right now, and the TV is further away from the couch. Like, say, like, I don't know, about 15 feet away from the couch. I don't know, but I don't care. Sometimes I find the floor comfortable, in my opinion, and much more. Other than that, I had a blast with this game. The only times I actually died was when I'm trying to figure out a puzzle and they just kill me with one hit. I never actually died in any of the battles. You know, I thought I would have died in a few of the battles, but I didn't die in one battle. You know, I just found, I'm not sure if it's because of the difficulty I use, but, you know, if I had a higher difficulty, then I would have died a few times, so don't worry, it's not too easy. It is pretty easy for the most part, but you can change your difficulty. In fact, it's kind of strange the way the difficulty works. When you play the game, you'll know what I mean. There's also a few more stuff. Oh yeah, also, your character can have sheet. Your character has a sheet that you can fill out, and it can be in any quest, and every time you fill it out, some rednecks try to kill you or something. And, yeah, so your character basically has more character, although you're still a silent protagonist, so basically, yeah. There are some pretty funny bosses. You have to fight Towley and Jared from Subway. I just thought that was hilarious. Kind of reminds me of the Al Gore boss in the Stick of Truth, although not as frustrating. And yeah, what more can I say? I had a really fun time with this game. Trey Parker and Matt Stone did a really good job with the game they have made here. Also, I forgot to mention, you also fight drunk Randy in this game, which is really hilarious. It's like he doesn't even know who you are anymore. Pretty much the only characters that know who you are is the kids, pretty much. Although instead of you being called douchebag, they call you butthole, which I don't think is as funny as douchebag. I wish they would have just called him douchebag, but you know, yeah. But overall, I had a really fun time with this game. I'm not sure if I liked it more than Stick of Truth. Might be on par with Stick of Truth, but I had a really fun time with this game. I certainly will be buying it whenever I can. It's not a perfect game, but it is. I am going to give it a really good score, a great score. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5, a strong 4.5 out of 5. If you want to see me play the game, then I did a stream on Facebook. You can do it on, you can check it out on Facebook. Although, yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.